Okay. Hello, this is QT Call Center. How can I help you today? Yep, okay. Cool. Yeah, we got it. Okay, so in this situation, sorry, at this moment I can answer your question now. I think I will call you later through this member. Okay, thank you about this. Thank you. Okay, I don't like the job, so I will quit the job.
The call center industry has a globally recognized issue with turnover among its employees.
One organizational behavior concept that's been linked to employee turnover is the concept of organizational identity or identification. So how does organizational identity affect employee turnover? We can understand this problem better by analyzing three variables that influence employees' organizational identity.
The three variables that influence organizational identity, there are the external prestige of an organization by its employees, the level of value congruence between individuals and the organization, finally the length of an employee's tenure. This in turn affects organizational objectives. In our case, employee turnover. Organizational identity and identification have a great impact on the functioning of an organization and the achievement of its objectives.
Let's start by defining what the terms organizational identity or organizational identification mean. These terms can be used interchangeably to refer to the same idea. Some definitions of organizational identity include perception of oneness with or belongingness to an organization, or that part of an individual's self-concept which derives from his or her knowledge of his or her membership of a social group or groups, together with the value and emotional significance attached to that membership.
Organizational identification has also been described as consisting of three key components by the Schuler pattern. There are feelings of solidarity with the organization, attitudinal and behavioral support for the organization, and perception of shared characteristics with other organizational members. The first of influences organizational identity that we will discuss is the perceived external prestige of the organization.
Hey man, how are you? We haven't met for a long time.
I'm fine. How about you?
So I'm still great. Thank you for welcoming us. How everything going? How about your work?
My company is really great. It's the best company I ever worked before.
Wow, it's so great.
It's offer me high salary and it has friendly environment that support my career.
Oh yeah, I also heard from a lot of people that company provides really good service and affordable to the customers.
Yeah, that's why because many our customers use our service, it increases our revenue, and I'm really proud to work in my company.
Yeah, so great.
Thank you, man.
Let's talk about how the external prestige of an organization was at play in this example. Perceived external prestige represents how an employee thinks outsiders view his or her organization.
Employees may feel proud of working in an organization with a good prestige, as it strengthens their feelings of self-worth. The more prestigious an organization, the greater the potential boost to self-esteem through identification. The perception of high external prestige of an organization has a positive influence on organizational identification. Now let's take a look at the next variable, value congruence.
Hello, good afternoon, sir.
Hey, how are you?
I'm fine. How about you, sir?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you for asking. So yeah, let's take the seats. Welcome to the interview.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Let me start with the first question. So can you tell me some reasons why do you want to work for my company?
My main reason want to work with your company because I think we have share same value. Like I have same goal, mission, and work ethics
cool.
with the company.
So that's great.
Thank you.
So what is value congruence, and what do we know about it? Value congruence is the fit between professed organizational values and the values deemed appropriate by employees. High levels of fit between organizational values and people's preferences for them have been found to have a positive impact on the individual and the organization. A good fit is associated with high levels of satisfaction and organizational commitment, and low levels of turnover and intentions to quit.
The performance should be greater enhanced if the cultural values are congruent with the desired beliefs and the values of its employees. The Research shows that a greater value on congruence leads to attitudes and behaviors consistent with the stronger identification. Stronger identification enables organizations to reach their organizational objectives. Now we turn to our final variable that influences organizational identity, the length of tenure.
Oh, can you help me to do this? Can you help me to do this?
Oh, honestly, it's not my job, and I really don't know how to do it. Sorry about this.
Hi guys, you cannot say that it's not your job. In this company, we help every customer and we will help each other because it will affect our customer perspective to the company.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
No worries.
Organizational behavior scholars have noted that employees who work in the organization for a longer time will perceive their organizational identity as stronger. The scholar Marsh and Salman propose that the longer an individual remains in an organization, the more his or her interactions occur when the more his or her needs are satisfied within the organization, and therefore the more he and her identifies with the organization. An attractive organizational identity will strengthen organizational identification, which in turn will decrease intentions of leave the organization, which will increase the length of tenure and so on. Therefore, length of tenure has a positive influence on the organizational identification.
In summary, organizational identity's influence on organizational objectives, such as low levels of turnover, has been noted in the literature. By considering the three variables that influence organizational identity, we can take steps to improve organizational identity and therefore reach our organizational objectives. Barney and Stewart, for example, see organizational identity as a device to facilitate the conception and implementation of strategic action. On the individual level, organizational identity is one of the key factors underlying employees' choices regarding strategic, organizational, and operational issues.
So how does organizational identity affect employee turnover? Well, as we've discussed, the variables that constitute an employee's organizational identity are important as they determine the strength of an employee's identification with the organization and therefore influences turnover rates.
Understanding of the relationship between organizational identity and turnover rates in the call center industry. What would our recommendations be for organizations and their management? Well, in terms of external prestige of organizations, companies should try to preserve a public perception of prestige, so managers should consider an organization's reputation and social standing as a factor in employee turnover. And how about value congruency? Well, managers should focus on articulating the central values of the organization and attempt to stimulate and create high levels of identification. And length of tenure? Well, managers can leverage the strong organizational identity of long-term employees by encouraging them to act as role models and mediators between the organization and new employees.
Thank you for watching. We hope you have a better understanding of organizational identity.